Turning picture files and just regular files into stickers is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Watch me turn these into these. Stick around. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Susan with Blue Vinyl Stickers, and today we are going to be making these cute little snowman and this sheet of stickers. Two different techniques to show you how to create these. So the first thing we're going to do is, if you are brand new to my channel, first thing I'd like you to do is please like and subscribe. I have so many viewers and I love every single one of you, but please subscribe, because the amount of views that I have, if you would all subscribe, I could get one of those YouTube gold player buttons, and I'd love to have one of those. Please click subscribe. You don't have to click the notification bell. I don't do that when I click a like on a video, so you don't have to do that. Just please like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm notice that I am actually putting up videos again. All right, enough with that. This is the business edition of the software, the Silhouette software. It's called Silhouette Studio. Your machine is called a Silhouette Cameo or Portrait. So the two mean the same, the two work together, but they're not the same thing. The Cameo or Portrait is the cutting machine. Studio is the software. So now this is the business edition of the software. This is the edition that has all of the bells and whistles. If you are just brand new, you can do what I'm going to be doing with the free edition. You can make the sticker sheet. To do this, you will be needing the designer edition, just simply because of the version of, because this is a picture file and the basic edition does not recognize picture files. This was a typed in file with some icons that came with a couple of the fonts that I had. I just moved them around a little bit and created this. So let's go ahead and start with this Made with Love. Now, it's very simple. I typed it in. These were a couple of the features or parts of some of the font that was there, and I just took and put them in and just moved them around a little bit, colored them the way I wanted, and then I grouped this file. Okay, it's one solid piece. If you make a compound path out of this file, it will take all the color out. And we want this to be a print and cut, so we want the color there. This would be great if it was just a vinyl decal. If this was a vinyl decal, this is perfect. You're done. You put it on your mat where you want it, put your vinyl on there, and send it over to be cut. That's a vinyl decal. But what we want is a print and cut. So we need to make sure that these are just grouped together. Now that we have them grouped together, we need to put an outline around the outside for a sticker, so it has a white outline. We will get into what a kiss cut is when I get over to the snowman. So what we're going to do is come up here to the top bar, or over here to the side where the star is, and we're going to go ahead and click. That will bring up our offset window. Before you do anything else or click anywhere else, you need to adjust the outline. Now watch what happens if I click anywhere else, like I'm going to just say I'm going to increase this so you can see it. See what happens? It actually turned off the offset tool. And we don't want to turn off the offset tool because we're not finished with it. Because if we did, you see, these are individual stickers, and we want them to be all one sticker. Okay, so I'll show you how we accomplish that. Let me go ahead and delete this. And I am going to go ahead and close this window. And again, go ahead and click the offset window on, and I'm going to come over here to where it says distance. And I am going to either highlight, if I know the distance that I want, I can highlight and type it in. I want 0.2. Or I can use the up and down arrows and watch it increase or decrease the size that I want. This one, I just happen to know I want it to be 2, and I'm going to hit apply. Watch what happens to the outlines. Okay, what it did is it joined all of these outlines. Well, in joining all of these outlines, it now has all of these parts on the inside that we need to remove. When it made a offset, the offset is now a compound path. So we're going to take that, set this off to the side. We are going to take this and say release the compound path. And what it does is it makes each one of these an individual component. We're going to grab the outline, set it to the side, highlight everything here, right mouse click and say delete, because we don't need that those parts anymore. Now, we don't need to sit here and just try to figure out how to put this back to where it needs to be. Highlight them both, come over to your transform window, hit the bullseye, and it puts it right back where you need it to be. Now, with this right here, if you made this into a sticker, chances are when you took the sticker off the sticker sheet, you might tear that top of that E off, or you might tear the leg of this E off. So what we're going to do is zoom in just a little bit so you can see. I am going to highlight the outside, and I'm going to come over here to my edit tool, put the points on, and I want to get rid of pretty much all of these points here. So I'm going to highlight it, hit my delete key, and there we go. I'm going to, whoops, back up. I want to delete this one. There we go. And now we're going to highlight it again, hit the edit tool, and I am going to put an edit point in, come to the next one and delete it, because I did not want a join from here to here. I wanted it a little bit more swooping. You just need to play with it and decide what you want your outline to look like. If there isn't an edit point where you want it, wait till that little arrow comes in, click, go to the next point, and hit delete. And we're going to do it again. And let's delete these. And delete that one. And there we go. So now that we have our outline all done, what we're going to do is I am going to turn this one green. Just turn it some other color other than red. So I'm going to turn this one green. Let me get that, let me make it big so you can see where the outline is. Okay. Now, if I was going to print this, let me show you what happens. I'm going to go over to my print window. What will print is going to be the design with the outline. Well, we don't want the outline to print. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that that outline is down at 0. Let me show you again. If it is at 0, it has no weight to the printer, so the printer will not print it. But it turns it into a cut line. The computer knows that there's a cut line right there. Now, also what you need to do is you need to turn off the cut lines that are here. I don't know if you can see these. You can see a faint red line. Let me go ahead and make it bigger for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, you see the red outline? Unless you want your computer or your Cameo to actually cut on those lines, we need to turn them off. So one thing you can do is that you can turn them black. Got to highlight them and then turn them black. There we go. Now when it prints, it will print with those black lines. But when we go to cut, we will be selecting just the green line. Okay, that's a design option, or you can just turn them off by clicking the no color button and turn them off. Okay, so turn them back on. Or turn them down to a 0, like I did the green, and then when we go to cut, we just deselect that color. So I need to highlight them both, and I need to group them because I want the background to move with the sticker itself. Come over here to your transform window and click on scale. Click your lock so it stays together when you resize it. I want the width of this sticker to be 2 inches. So I'm going to highlight it, hit 2, hit enter. And it will go ahead and resize it for me. Now, let me turn some things on for you for the next step. We need to come up here to our page setup, and we need to select our media type. We want either the cameo or the portrait, whichever machine you're using. I'm going to be using a cameo. And and for stickers, you need a cutting mat. For vinyl, you can go with the option of none. But for stickers, we do need a cutting mat. Our media size is going to be letter. And that is because printers don't print in 12 by 12. They print in 8.5 by 11. So we are going to also turn on the print border. You see the print border right there? It comes on. And we're going to click Show Cut Border. Now you won't see that one right now because it goes complete to the edge because I haven't put on the registration marks yet. Something else I'm going to be doing here is I am going to make this into a sheet. So I want to go ahead and turn on my registration marks. And I want to make the thickness as big as it goes. And I am going to play with this inset here in just a couple of minutes. But remember where it is. It's in the registration marks. Now, I am going to be sending these in an envelope that's I want to say 6x9 envelope. So I want to make this sheet just a little bit less than that so it fits in. So come over here to your drawing tools, grab the box, and make a box. Doesn't matter what size. I'm going to select the box, come over here to my transform window and scale, unlock the lock. The width is going to be 5.75 and hit enter. And our height is going to be 8.75 and hit enter. Now, I am going to fill up this screen here with my sticker. Now, let me show you because you can't see it too well on the computer. But I'm going to go ahead and let's make this a color for you. Go ahead and send it to the back so you can see what is going to be cut out. Now, you don't need to color this. This is here just strictly for the cut lines. And before I send it over to print, I will turn the color back off. But right now, I want you to see it, and you can't see white on white. So let me go ahead and something else I'm going to do for you. I'm going to, let's set this off here. I am going to turn the background to white so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there's our sticker. Now, if you have made that outline bigger, and you don't like that outline that big, right mouse click, ungroup, then just click on it and bring those lines down a little bit. Thin them out a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Highlight and group. Now I am going to make a sheet of these. So I'm going to click on it, come over here to my replicate tool, and it looks like I'm only going to be able to fit 2 across. So I want to make this a little bit more efficient on the use of my square. So let's go ahead and drag a corner and let's make it down into, let's make it 1.5. Or if you can't get it to 1.5, come back over here to the scale tool, lock your lock, and make it 1.5, hit enter. There we go. Now let's see if we can replicate this and see what this happens. Okay, that's good. So we'll go 3 across. And I always move this out of the way because it is an actual working piece right now. And if I was to highlight it, I'd highlight this too. And I don't want to highlight this. So I'm going to group those, make them equal with each other, and make them spaced with each other. Highlight, right mouse, and group. Now, I'm going to pull this back up here so I can see where I am. Highlight this, and since I've grouped it, it's got all 3 of them. And I am going to replicate again. Nope, too many. Okay, so knowing this is what the size is going to be, I will go ahead and actually make this sticker sheet just a little bit smaller. And then I am going to move it out of the way again. Right mouse click, group, and then I am going to highlight them both and put them together like we did before. Okay, it will put the sticker in the center of the outline box. Right mouse click, and we are going to get rid of the color on that. Right mouse click and group. Actually, you know what? Yes. Right mouse click and group. The outline, the cut outline for the stickers is one color. The cut outline for the to cut it out of the paper is another color, and I'll tell you why in a minute. We're going to group. Now we're going to put it up here. Come back over here to our page setup, our grid, and we are going to move that inset so it cuts, it registers a little bit more around the outside. Or you can come up here, come to the advanced options, bring the bottom up just a little bit, and the right the right insert in just a little bit, and highlight everything. Come back over here and hit the bullseye, or hit the sheet. Oops. Hit the bullseye. And when you do that, it will put this directly in the middle of all of your cutting. Now, we need to go ahead and send this over to the printer. As you remember, if it has a line on it, it has a 0 value and you won't see it. So now I'm going to come over here and say print. And this is what will print on your sheet. Okay, it will print the registration marks and the design, and then we will send it over to the, we'll go ahead and laminate these and send them over to the machine to be cut. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and send this over to the printer. And what we need to do is do not use simple. You want to use line. When you use line, it gives you the ability to select what you want cut and what you don't want cut. Now, I made a big mistake here. This line here is black. So's the inside lines here. If that happens to you, go back to design and don't move anything. Right mouse click and say ungroup. Click off, come over here and select just that outside line. Select here with the tool, make it purple. Make it some other color than the black. Click it off, come back over here to send. Now watch what'll happen. Give it a second. There we go. All right, computer was being a little bit slow this morning and I really don't know why. Okay, so now we have purple for the outline, we have green for the cutout, and we have black for the inside. Well, we don't want to cut this inside, so we're just going to uncheck. Okay, and it will still remain there, but it won't cut. So now, remember I said I was going to go ahead and laminate these. So I have my settings, and I have personal settings, and I will show you in another video how to create these. For laminated stickers, for my cutout, which means it's going to cut out just the first layer of these stickers. And then I have another setting that's called cut through, and that will cut through the outside. Only I just did that backwards. The green is supposed to be cut out, and the purple is cut through. There you go. All right, now you can also, you saw me take and drag things. If you click on the color, you can move the order in which you want your computer or your machine to cut things. So I want it to cut the green first and then come back and cut out the purple. That's all there is to doing that. That will give you a sheet of stickers. And I know you're going to ask, what were your settings? What my settings are is I use online labels. They're waterproof matte label. I think it's OL177. And for my laminate covering, I use C-Line laminate, and I get it off of Amazon. So for my cutout settings, I use a blade of 2 and a force of 17. I always use a speed of 5, and only one pass is always necessary. Then when I come here to my laminated cut through, I want a blade of 4, and I use anywhere between 29 and 35 or 33 for the force, and always a speed of 5. And I have never had any problems. It cuts nice and smooth. Okay, so that's how you create a sheet of stickers. Now we are going to go ahead and use this picture as our sticker. And I think he's absolutely adorable. Now the way I know that this is a picture and not an actual studio file is I will come over here to my Send tab, and I will click on Laminated Stickers here with the clear with no color. This black right here is picking up my words down here. So just ignore this one on this example. Just ignore this black. We want the no color. So we want to click here. And what it did is it put a box around where it will actually cut out this sticker. And we don't want that. We want it to cut around the edges. So this is how you do that. Click back on design. What we're going to do is we are going to trace and detach this from the background. And I know you don't see the background here. It is a transparent background, so you don't see it. So what I'm going to do is click on the butterfly, select the trace area, which is this, Give it a second. And I'm going to come up here to my threshold and put it all the way as high as I can get it. Now, if your computer crashes when you do this, just restart your software, and everything that is on your screen will come back in the recent folder, which is right here. It will be right here. It will open the recovered, and it will bring back everything that is on your computer. So if you get that message that I'm hoping that we won't see here in a second, if you do get the stop or quit without saving, just click OK, because the computer will actually save everything that you have open. So let's see what happens on my computer, because I've been working with it for a while. So let's see what happens. So here's trace and detach. Go ahead and click, and this is going to take a minute. And I can hear my hard drive spinning up. So there, okay, it went, no problems this time. Now, you don't think it's done anything, but it has. So we're going to take this little guy and we're going to set him off to the side. Now, whenever you do this, whenever you do a trace and detach, you always need to clean your surface. Highlight your whole surface. And see what it's picked up is it has picked up the outline of the backing. Let me see if I can get it to a color. Okay, here it is. Here is what it has picked up. Okay, if you did not remove this from your screen, then your machine may want to come in and it will see these lines. You won't see them. It will see them, and it will want to cut all these lines. So now that they're highlighted, we just need to get rid of the screen. So just delete it. And if you want to make sure you got it correct, just highlight everything again and turn it a color. There's nothing there. So your screen is absolutely clear and ready to use. Okay, now we could actually send him over to cut right now, because when you trace an item, it actually puts a cut line on the outside. We'll send him over to the send panel, and again, here we have the no line, and it will actually go in here and it will cut, and this is called a kiss cut. Your machine may or may not track and cut perfectly. I haven't seen a Cameo yet that will cut a kiss cut perfectly. You can calibrate until the cows come home, and I have never seen a Cameo that will cut perfectly. I've had a 1, a 2, a Curio, and several number 3s, and none of them, even after they are perfectly calibrated, will cut without an outline around them. So here's how we solve that. It's just inherent. It's just something in the Cameo family that does this. What we're going to do is the same thing as we did before. Go ahead and do an outline, and then we're going to right mouse click and say group. Oops, wait a minute. We're going to ungroup, because we want to click on him and we want to turn his outline off. Okay, let me show you. If I didn't shut his outline off, let me go back and back. Okay, if I don't turn his outline off, watch what will happen. Come over here to the send line, and you see there's the second outline, and it will, your machine will actually cut both the red and the black. Okay, which is this one here. So we want to make sure that we turn that off. So just click on him, come over here, put it to no color, go back over here to send, and you can see and make sure. Or you can just deselect it here. Okay, but you want to make sure that you do not have that line there on, or you'll end up with a 2-part decal, or excuse me, sticker. Okay, so he should be with no color. Let's make sure that we got it. It's taking my computer a long time today, but trust me, it's off. So we're going to put them back together, right mouse click and group. Now we're going to make him, I want a couple of him. So I am going to make him about, let's make him 4.5 inches tall. Lock the lock, make him 4.5 inches tall. Come over here to your page setup. And again, my media size is letter. I want to turn on my registration marks. I make them as thick as I can get them. And I move the inset out. And let's see, we want to show the cut border and we want to show the print border because we want to make sure that this little guy is inside the black line, so it will print. But the most important is we want to make sure that it is out of the hash marks, and we want to make sure that it is in the red marks. Right mouse click and duplicate him. And he's not going to fit in there twice like that, so we're going to turn him over. Put him there, put him there. Now when I say print, this is what will print. I'll send over to cut. When I send it over to cut, that's what will cut. All right, that's as easy as it is to do a print and cut sticker. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. I do get an email whenever anybody leaves a comment for me, and I do try to get back to you as quickly as I can. Again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.